What has happened to Halo is honestly impressive in all the bad ways, but it is still quite impressive what they have managed to do. Halo has been completely taken over by activists at this point, and all they care about is pushing a political message. And needless to say, gamers did not like that. Halo Campaign Evolved is a complete financial flop. One of, in fact, the best financial flops that Xbox most likely has gotten. 63% positive reviews on Steam, 25.3k peak player count, which they got on release, which is absolutely hilarious. And now it's the last weekend, and let's be completely real. If we compare 10 a.m. with another 10 a.m., it's already doing worse. Halo Campaign Evolved officially has been a complete disastrous flop. This game most likely has not even sold 500,000 copies at this point, which, honestly, for a Halo game, is beyond ridiculously bad. Activists have taken a franchise that literally built a brand, beloved by literally probably hundreds of millions of people, and they turned it completely irrelevant. That is very impressive. And that's not the reason why I'm making this video. I'm making it because of what's currently happening. Because these people are obviously not in it for the profits. They just care about pushing the activism. And now that they know that the game has failed, they are trying some interesting tactics to say the least. One of them being is obviously just pushing all the political pandering that they can. And one of the most hilarious things that they have done is, well, this post right here by Cabrudis. The bonus mission of Halo Campaign Vault has a ship called Triumph of Tolerance, but we're just being allowed making a big deal out of nothing, right? Now, the funniest part about the Triumph of Tolerance is it's a fucking Covenant ship. That is hilarious. And there's a little bit more to this, okay? While there are activists, there are also some masterful chuds, obviously, infiltrating them. And because someone also did this as official part of the lore, destroyed by the UNSC burden of proof, which is, I have to say, absolutely chef's kiss, perfection. And, you know, it is hilarious. It is truly hilarious. Activism at its finest indeed, boys. But I think the funniest part about this is just how absolutely devastatingly desperate Xbox is to kind of sell this thing, okay? Currently, Sony is trying to say that Marathon was a victory. Well, needless to say, we don't need to look on graphs to know that it wasn't. But Xbox is also pretty desperate to sell you Halo Campaign Evolved as some kind of success, as a thing that you should care about. And the fact that the gameplay literally sucks, no one wants to play it and everyone hates it, they are now resolving to interesting methods, to kind of say the least. For example, we have this. Okay, this is their developers. This is them speaking about what's cool about Halo. Watch the video; it's great.
So let's go down and down. Let's get really close up, and we can really see Nanite doing its thing here.
I apologize. It's a little bit, not loud at all. It's probably you can probably barely hear it, but this guy is trying to sell you Halo. Because if you look really closely at the ground and dirt, it's really detailed, okay? That makes the game good, as we all know. And he's selling the idea that Nanite is
really
amazing.
See Nanite doing its
Look.
thing here. I mean, let's just zoom all the way down. It's ridiculously detailed.
Wow! Wow! Shit! 16 times the detail. Wow! Yeah, no one gives a shit.
And you get right down to it. You know, it's an interesting sort of. It's not really blended. It's stepped, isn't it? And I mean, it really kind of reminds me of like a nearest neighbor.
Yes. The game is literally so bad, so hated, that their solution for this is getting the devs to try and gaslight you into believing that this game is good because they have nanites that make believable dirt and shit. Yeah. This is how far, honestly, we have fallen. And honestly, I find this very impressive how low the bar is, how absolutely pitiful it is. For example, here's another one. This is from Xbox Game Pass. When you first saw Water and Halo campaign evolve, were you blinded by its majesty? And, well, you know, if you look at it, yeah, it just passes the rock without, you know, even interacting with it. But that's fine, okay? Listen, the water, the dirt. What else do you fucking want? Look at the skybox, it's beautiful. You need to understand that this is why you must buy the game. Like, it's crazy that they are so desperate to try and sell this slop to gamers that they are literally trying to tell you that you need to buy it because of the water detail. You need to buy it because the sand looks good, okay? And the most popular response, obviously, to this is here. Please shut down Halo Studios. This is obviously the actual most popular opinion at this because after this, what's the point? What is the point of keeping them around? Just shut it down and hope people forget, and that's it. People are even more pissed because, you know, when things are fine, everything's cool and peachy and whatnot. But when things are bad, people are gonna find interesting things. And one of the funniest things is the fact that people are just getting so even more mad, rightfully so. That people are just mentioning the fact that they had to suffer through Halo Infinite and then literally 5 years of 4 years, I technically guess. 4 years of absolutely nothing. And then you get just a remaster where the biggest attraction and selling point is the beautiful water that has no absolute physical interaction with objects inside of it, and the dirt. Bruh. If someone told me this 20 years ago that this is gonna be gaming, I would not believe that, okay? I would not honestly believe that, but here we are, unironically. Here we actually are. This is one of the funniest memes about Halo, and I'll explain why it's funny. So this is not real. It does not tell you you have 18 needles left, because I mean, this is a great allegory for how poorly the developers look at gamers, which is hilarious. This is definitely a physical representation of game devs thinking that gamers are stupid, yellow paint coded. Indeed, this is what it is. And the funniest part about this is, I honestly find this pretty hilarious. Whoever made this, honestly, good job. I had a laugh. I hope you did also. It is an edited picture. This is not real. But as always, reality is much more hilarious, stupid than any fiction can ever be. This is the reality. This is the actual in-game shit, okay? You got here showing a display of 24 needles. You got the 24 out of 50, which, you know, just represents how much you have, and which is a stupid way of displaying it, honestly. This is like, whatever. And then you have 24 out of 24 here just floating and hovering in front of you. Then you have a display, a visual display of the needles right there. Which is, by the way, I have to say, as design, this is just genius, okay? Don't make anything like a magazine, a drum, or, you know, anything that holds the needles and then they get just fed through a tube or whatever. No. Make a slot for each needle. That's hilarious. And then you also have this, which is another way of representing how much ammo you have. And this is what I say when this is what I mean when I say that fiction is never even close to the absurdity of reality, because this is stupid on its nose, but when you look at what's actually happening, it just gets so much better. Oh yeah. And, you have even Asmongold. Asmongold, friend of the channel, great guy. He's maybe currently catching all of the, STDs because reasons, but it is what it is. We love him anyway. Great guy. Let's hear what he has to say.
Halo. Apparently the new Halo game has not been received very well. This is the new version of Halo. This is, by the way, this right here is the Master Chief Collection, and this is the,
Oh, I forgot to show this. This one is also great.
This is the new one that just came out. Here we go. They're calling it Galo. You see he jumps out? Look at that.
I completely forgot. This was somewhere in my bookmarks. But yeah, I mean, how is this possible?
It's actually... It's so over for American game development.
True.
If Grand Theft Auto 6 is bad, I think that every single video game developer in America should just shut down.
I think they should be sent to the coal mines. In any case, and if there is no coal mine, just make one. Yeah, it is unbelievably bad. And again, this is after. This is now people are... The rage period has ended. People are now fine with Halo being dead. I mean, people honestly expected Halo to be dead for a while now. But, I mean, now people are just pointing out how absolutely unreasonably absurd and stupid everything about this is. There is no contempt. There's just... Why? You had such an easy dub on your hands. You didn't have to do anything. And yet you did this. It is truly amazing what these people do. Anyway, have a nice day. Bye. Like the video. Takes less than a second. Do it right now. Thank you. Bye.